This is why they call it a weight loss journey. I'm gonna try not to tear up, but I'm not gonna make any promises, so you're just gonna have to deal with it if I start crying. About 15 years ago, a little girl decided, because society told her and her grandmother told her and some other people told her that she was fat. That became who she was. She was a pretty cool little girl. She was loud. She was fat and loud. And she made friends. She loves her friends. For a real long time she listened to society and people and, you know, the government, scientists, really everybody, you know, doctors who said, you know, being fat and being bigger, this is a bad thing. She let it get deep down inside of her and she internalized it. It took her a really long time to overcome her hate for herself. Oh, but she totally did. And she was so spectacular. Where do I even begin? I fell in love with this woman, this really large woman. She weighed 256 pounds at one point in her life, but she didn't let people tell her that she wasn't beautiful, and she loved her cheeks, the way they'd chub up when she smiled, and she loved to make jokes about being heavier, and she loved to stomp and make the room shake, and she was someone that I fell in love with. And I loved her so completely. Just absolutely completely. I didn't realize, you know, it's a funny word, loss. Not funny really, but it's an interesting term that we talk about loss when it comes to our bodies and our weight, as if that's, you know, inherently a positive thing. Yeah, that's something that is a goal to be desired, and in that text, you know, loss is a goal. But, you know, we use the word loss when we're talking about grieving, when we've lost a friend or a family member, whether we've lost them to, you know, distance or time or a fight, or whether we've lost them through death. And those are always sad things. I guess I didn't realize that I was going to feel loss about losing fat weight. It sounds so silly. It sounds really silly to say it out loud. But I was, you know, I read a lot of obesity news, and I sort of came upon this woman on the internet, you know, and her body was so similar to where mine was when I started. And I just, I really missed her. That part of me that was big. You know, and this is the consequence. This is the consequence of choosing to lose weight after you've fallen in love with yourself as a larger woman. And man, I really did. I do. I still, you know, I'm sad because I love her and I miss her, and I feel like I've lost someone, a part of me that I loved. I don't know. Nothing in society prepared me for this kind of feeling. But I wanted to make a video and share with you guys, because I had no idea that I was gonna feel this way, and it hit me. I was reading her blogs, and she was saying these things about, you know, loving your body and loving your body at any weight. And I realized that I miss Fat Tiffy. I'm laughing and crying at the same time. I mean, I should probably just cry and get it over with. I read a woman's article today who was talking about how she was obese as a child, and she wrote that on some level, when you're overweight, you always hate yourself. And she was so wrong. She was so wrong. It is possible to really love yourself regardless of your weight, of whether you're skinny the way that society or Hollywood wants you to be, or if you're, you know, or if whatever it is that your eyes don't conform, or your nose doesn't conform, or your chin doesn't conform to whatever it is that's the current standard of beauty. It is so doable to love yourself and to love your body. Not just yourself, but like your body. Like I wouldn't be sad if it was just about loving myself, because myself separated from my body, like that's not something that I could lose. But I really did love my body the way it was. I loved it. I loved it so much. And you know, I made a conscious choice that I wanted to change my body. It was silly not to realize that I would feel lost. But so I'm gonna think on this a little more on my own when I'm not recording, and I'll get the good cry out, because I'm trying to stop it and it's not working very good. and I need to go cry and just grieve for, I just want to, I'm gonna go do that, but I'm not gonna do it on camera. But I did want to share this moment and this feeling. Weight loss is complicated. Emotions are complicated. There's a spider. Hello, Mr. Spider. Hello, Mr. Spider. Hello. Oh! I have an aphid. There we go. The moral of the story is that being overweight is not inherently bad, and that if you commit to losing weight, at some point, if you really love yourself, the overweight part of yourself, you're gonna feel that loss. And it's even more frustrating because I know I'm still planning on losing more weight. You know, I'm still 30 pounds away from a healthy BMI, you know, whatever that means. Anyways,